for some more entertainment and fun. Hope you guys are ready for a great show today. We're going to be discussing some of my favorite people and how Trump has affected them and how they are being completely hypocritical by just doing what they used to call out 3 years ago, and now all of a sudden they're all doing the exact same thing. We're going to be talking about that. And we're going to be talking about what a tremendous waste of time that is for all of us. Hey, Teresa, Nick, Debbie, Richard Magnorelli, Trendy Mafia, what? Kathy, hello. Hello, you guys. Matthew, hello. How's it going, guys? Hey, Mark Bickham. Hope you're having a terrific day. I am, thank you. I'm having a terrific day. You guys know I like to follow certain people on Twitter. You know, it's really a great place to get involved in the conversation. And just now, I actually happened upon Donald Trump's tweets he's tweeting right now. He must be taking a shit, because he's fucking literally tweeting right now. And if you hate Donald Trump as much as me, and you want to get a little bit of notoriety and on his back, I highly recommend you do it. Go on over and say something nasty to him, and maybe some people will follow you on Twitter, because the sooner you get in there, the more people will see your message when they scroll through. It's, if you wait 12 hours and then you respond, not a lot of people are going to see your response. But if you catch a tweet right when it comes out and you post, it gets that's why you want to follow people on Twitter, so you get notified when they put stuff up, so you get right in there. David Campione, Trending Mafia Old School, what? Kevin Hay from Buffalo, smoking some Parmesan. Ooh, blueberry. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. April, A, Matthew. People come up with names like that because their shit smells like ass. Oh, it's got a Parmesan flavor to it. Ugh, great. Way to go. I wouldn't be fucking bragging about smoking that on the goddamn internet. It sounds like you couldn't find anything better. Ugh, what a horrible name. Logged in twice for you. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I do appreciate it. What do you think about Tulsi Gabbard? I think she'd make a great vice president. She should consider dropping out of the race and backing Bernie now and becoming his VP. She's definitely not leadership material, and she wouldn't make a good president. She would not make a good president. So, I'd rather spy. I don't think you're listening to what I'm fucking talking about. I'm talking about people getting distracted by bullshit and then talking about bullshit conversations. Yeah, like garlic. Ugh, God, so stupid. Whoever came up with that, you should have just tossed that in the garbage. It tastes really bad. What's that remind me of? Garlic and Parmesan. Ugh, yeah, I want to smoke that. Oh, because it looks like Parmesan cheese. It doesn't smell like it. Ugh. I gotcha. Yeah, because of the texture, it looks like Parmesan. Ugh. I'm sure it's fire, bro. I'm sure it's fire. I'm sure it doesn't taste like Parmesan. But garlic does. It's a stupid fucking strain. Oh, I see what you're saying. The strain is blueberry. I gotcha. And they call it Parmesan. That's funny. Like, I've got caviar, you've got Parmesan. Stupid fucking name for a fucking concentrate. Oh my God. Hey, Matthew. I mean, could you think of a name that's less appetizing that you want to smoke than Parmesan? That's disgusting. You might as well call it Fromunda. Or Limburger. Billy, Larry, Kevin. Bozo's right. I just tweeted him. Did you just tweet it? Did you just tweet it, Donald Trump? Yes. Please, and retweet me. I tweeted at him too. He said, Nancy Pelosi, blah, blah, blah. It's her fault. I said, that's a good sign of a leader, blaming other people. Psst. I think that was a good tweet. Okay, so where am I at here? I think I'm going to do a dabby of this Mandarin. Dick cheese dabs. How's your day? All the Trini as Dabers. Vote Bernie with an I. Oh my god. It's funny. No E, you forgot your E, bro. What's my thoughts on moon rocks? My thoughts are I invented them. You guys, stop asking me lame fucking questions, please, okay? Just stop. Okay? If you can't join in the conversation that you see the title is about and that you hear me talking about, shut your fat fucking mouths and listen for a change. Okay? Okay. Thank you. You know, impress me that you're actually paying attention to what I brought to the table. Impress me. Okay, AE, impress me. You know, let me know that you're actually listening to me for a change. Fuck the pigs who killed the UPS driver, right, David Campione, right? Boy, and you know, fuck UPS for congratulating the pigs on doing so. You know, fuck these corporations. And fuck the fucking pigs. I agree with you. All right, let me do this dab, you guys. Let's stay on topic, please. All right? Can we please stay on topic? Can you guys just show me that little bit of courtesy? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Karsten, I'm good. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, guys. So Jimmy Dore is one I want to cover this morning. I watched a segment of his today. Spy. Those are people on Twitter that I follow that you should be following too. You should follow those people on Twitter. You should watch their or listen to their programs on the radio or on television, or you should be watching them on YouTube. But the fact that you don't know who any of those people are, that's really sad because those people are really insightful and they have a lot to offer. But over the last few months, something really horrible has happened to all of them. And I'm talking about Michelangelo Signorile, Dean Obeidallah, David Pakman, and Jimmy Dore. Okay? These four people specifically, because I watch what they tweet. And I noticed that they tweet a lot about Donald Trump. Trump did this, Trump said that. You know, what I was listening to Jimmy Dore talk about today is how crazy the Democrats are for trying to impeach Donald Trump. It was like they're trying to say he's innocent. It's like Jimmy Dore and Steph Zamarata and fucking Ron Placone and the fourth guy they have on there who I like a lot. I just can't think of his name off the top of my head. They are all not seeing reality. It is the weirdest thing to sit there and listen to them, defending Donald Trump. Literally defending Donald Trump. Because this is part of Trump derangement syndrome. You're not thinking clearly. Your mind is, you're off your game. He's caught you off your game. Donald Trump, he's winning. As long as you're talking about him, he's winning. This is such a massive problem. It is widespread. These guys, the guys that I'm talking about, they called out the mainstream media, #MSM, 3 years ago for doing the exact same thing to Bernie Sanders, which is what they're doing to Bernie Sanders now. Now these pundits are doing the exact same thing to Bernie Sanders. They're ignoring the fact that he's starting to surge in the polls. They're not talking about him, and all they can do is find the latest stupid thing that Donald Trump said and report on it. it's almost like they're in on it. It's almost like they're in on the conspiracy, you know? They're not. They're just they're they're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. They are literally suffering from an illness. Yes, tweeting about Trump gets them views and clicks. That's true. And that's the problem, Spy versus Spy. That's the problem. You know, they might not get as many clicks when they're talking about Bernie Sanders, but you know, it's time to not be so selfish, and it's time to do something for the world instead of doing for your own personal show, for your own benefit. You know? Hey, Zina. So it's really, I know I don't have a big following, but when I watch these guys and I see that they have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that pay attention to them, and I see that they are guilty of doing something that is just so blatantly obvious and something that they have reported on themselves. I came up with the hashtag empty Trump podiums. And I want you guys to go every time you see any of those four guys or anybody else that's talking about Trump, and not talking about Bernie Sanders. Or like, you know, someone came in here talking about Spy versus, I think it was Spy versus Spy, talking about Tulsi Gabbard or somebody mentioned, just something that's not keeping your eye on in focus. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard is irrelevant. You know, she's fucking nothing. The fact that you're sitting there worried about her, it's the exact same thing that I'm talking about. Anyone that considers themselves Yang Gang, or you're a Buttigieg fucking fan, or you support Elizabeth Warren, you guys are all part of the problem too. You guys have all been distracted by bullshit. Just like these four guys have been distracted by Trump. You're distracted by the morons on the left. Hey, David Honey Sr., what's up, son? It's like they have rose-tinted glasses on. Mark, yes, I back him fully now. Everywhere I got what you say, right? It's important. So as you guys can see, it's windy as fuck out here today. Got some damage outside. Umbrellas knocked over. Fucking my gas tank even got blown over. Plants knocked over. It's horrible out there. Hey, Breaking Nature, what's on? Hey, Trina. Hey, Titus. Okay, so I just want you guys to get on the same page with me, you know, and if you want to help, this is how you do it. Get on Twitter, okay, start a Twitter account, follow all the people that I follow, and anytime you see them screwing up, you know, just blatantly talking about Trump and ignoring Bernie Sanders, go ahead and say empty Trump podiums. Hashtag empty Trump podiums. You are, and hashtag MSM. You are mainstream media now. Congratulations. Congratulations, Michelangelo Signorelli, Dean Obeidallah, David Pakman, and Jimmy Dore. You guys have arrived. You're now officially considered mainstream media by me because you are doing the exact same thing that the mainstream media does. You're ignoring Bernie Sanders and you're nonstop talking about Donald Trump, showing hashtag empty Trump podiums. Get on the bus. Help me out. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. If you agree with me, you know, if you don't agree with me, you don't have to do anything. Just keep watching my show. But if you do agree with me and you want to help, and you want to help these people, you know, you want to help shatter the delusion that they are living under, then go ahead and join the army, you know. Yeah, Spy, I'm just going to block you. Like I said, I don't need you in here. I'm not here to debate Bernie Sanders. So now you're blocked. Go fuck off. You're not listening to me. You either back Bernie or you're not my friend. Understand that. You know, I don't want to have a debate with you. There's nothing to debate. So now you're blocked. Bye. Anybody else want to fucking give me reasons to not support Bernie Sanders, the only obvious choice for president of the United States? Anybody else want to try to jump in the ring? Try to take on the champ? Anybody think they're fucking, you know, their shit don't stink? Hop on in. Watch how far you get with me. Got no time for you. It's like they want Trump to win, right, Larry? Right? You know, it was like the conversation we were having yesterday. Somebody's like, well, I don't want to lie. I don't want to misrepresent. Well, let me tell you, Welcome to the adult table. Welcome to politics. Sometimes you gotta lie. And if certain people are out there lying about Trump, oh well, he's told enough lies, he's earned it. And I don't give a fuck. I have no sympathy. If people are out there lying about Donald Trump, if people are out there lying about anything that goes against Donald Trump and helps the other side, I'll support the fuck out of them. Absolutely. It's, hey man, it's like I said, welcome to the fucking adult world. This is it. And, you know, you're not going to win people over by being honest with them. Do you know how many times I've had the conversation with people that Bernie Sanders is not a socialist? And it just goes right through their fucking thick skull. You know, it's like I'm sick of it. I don't have the time for that bullshit. You know, you're either on board or you're fucking, you're out the door. You know, and if you're going to come in here and try to debate me, I just don't have the time. Hey, look, I just know what's right. You know, I can see it for what it is, and I'm not going to fucking sit here and debate morons. I don't know who that guy's spy versus spy. Who the fuck are you? You're not even a real person. You're not even using your name. What the fuck are you? That's not even a name that someone can call you. You know, you didn't even come up with a moniker. That's how dumb you are. You think I'm going to sit here and debate you? Socialist, right? Zach, do you realize that I'm referring to the left? I'm using Trump derangement syndrome in the correct way. I don't understand why you're Zach. It's like, why the fuck did you come in here and give me the definition of TDS when I've been talking about it for the past half hour or 17 minutes? Don't you think I know that? It's like you're such an idiot for coming in and putting a definition of something we all obviously already know what the definition is. I don't understand where you're coming from. Maybe explain why you felt the need to do that. I know you don't like them, but TYT talks up Bernie 2020. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Anybody that is backing Bernie now, I support. If you're backing Bernie now, like Cenk Unger is, like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is, and there's a few other people like Kyle Kalinske is. There's a few people who are out there that are vocally backing Bernie now. They're not fucking talking about, you know, oh, maybe this person or maybe that person, blah, blah, blah. No, they've put their support behind Bernie Sanders. I'm with them. You should be there too. There should just be no time wasted. It's such a waste of time. Like, this motherfucker wants to come in and debate me? Really? There's no debate. I'm not here trying to convince you. You either get it right or you're fucking not my friend. You're an idiot. You either get it right or you're an idiot. That's all. I just don't have time for, you know, I don't have time. I'm not here to convince. You want to be convinced? Go watch the people that I mentioned that you could go see. You know, go watch Lee Camp. Go watch Kyle Kalinske. He's got wonderful things to say about Bernie Sanders. And so does David Pakman when he's discussing him. You know? They need to be discussing him more. And they need to be not worried about, you know, putting up empty Trump podiums so they can get a few more clicks. You know, fuck your clicks. Hashtag fuck your clicks. How about that? Hashtag fuck your clicks. I want to do a dab. The first person to say hashtag fuck your clicks gets it. Cheers. And I want a capital F, I want a capital Y, and I want a capital C, or it doesn't count. Destroying affordable housing. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about that, but it doesn't affect me. You know, it doesn't affect me at all. I'm not really worried about a F-35 base in Vermont. You know, like I said, you said you support Bernie, so just support him. And like I said before, you know how people lie to support Donald Trump? Well, you don't have to say shit that Bernie Sanders does that's bad. You don't have. It's not your job to inform everybody that Bernie did something that you didn't like. It's not your job. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up and become part of sit at the adult table. Okay? And if the adults are lying so that they can get what you want, well, you don't have to fucking represent the truth. You can keep that shit to yourself. You can keep, like I like to say, you can keep your fat fucking mouths closed about it. Right? Hey, if they're cheating to keep Donald Trump in office, then we don't have to be completely honest. We don't have to tell everybody, hey, fuck your clicks. Who got it? Keegan? Enoch? Titus. Titus. Titus got it. Titus, this is for you, son. You beat Enoch. And that is not easy to do. So kudos to you, sir. Cheers. Fuck your clicks. People are so dumb. All right? Great. Now let's move the happy 420, by the way, everybody. Let's move the conversation over to cannabis. I've been eating edibles. And I had one last night. And I slept so good. Yeah, it's also Vermont bread. It's also my choice to block you from my live stream. Bye. See, I mean, I really want Bernie to win. Look at Erica, you're so funny. I really want Trump to lose, right? I come in here every day and I tell you guys the truth. I'm always honest with you. I'm not gonna lie about shit. Understand this. It's not my job to expose every little thing that I've ever heard that Bernie Sanders did that I didn't agree with to the rest of the world. It's not my job. And if you're a Trump supporter and you want him to be president for another 4 years, it's not your job to come in here and tell me every time he tells a lie or every time he does something wrong. Okay? This is how football games are won. This is how elections are won. This is how wars are won. Do you think everybody follows the rules all the time? This is real life. Yeah, there's rules in place and laws and things like that. But look at Donald Trump. Look at you're the very president of the United States. You think he gives a fuck about laws? So, you can try to act like you're fucking all above the shit. You can sit and act like your shit don't stink. And you want to know where that's going to get you? Another 4 years of dumbass. That's where that's going to get you. So, like I said before, keep your fat fucking mouth shut when you see something, one little thing that Bernie said or did that you didn't agree with. Keep your fat fucking mouth shut about it. And, let's rise up to the level or sink down to the level of Trump support so that we can beat them. That's all. Who fucking cares how we get there? We know that if Bernie Sanders becomes president, everybody benefits. Even all those douchebags that support Donald Trump, they're going to benefit too, and their kids are going to benefit. Dude, what is Titus saying about Karsten? Did I miss something here? What is going on? What? What are you saying, Karsten? Karsten's just like, it's crazy. I can't keep up with what's going on. Hey, Jacob, you like what I'm hearing? You just joined? Well, listen, I don't want to talk about it too much more, but you guys can go back and listen to what was said. Definitely. I don't want to just sit here and scream at you guys about this because I know some of you don't want to hear it, and I understand that. So let's get to where I wanted to go, which was last night I ate an edible, and they are really helping me sleep. Um, I used to go to sleep at night, and I would wake up at about 3 in the morning, and I'd have to go to the bathroom. And then I'd wake up at 5, and I'd have to go pee again, and it'd get to the point where I just got used to it. I was like, no big deal. This is just me now. I'm older, whatever. Man, I eat one of these edibles, and I go to bed, and I don't wake up till fucking 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, dude, I slept the whole fucking night. It's happened to me 3 nights in a row now. So I think it's important. I think it's important that you guys understand that I'm really, this is something that I've never used before. Edibles is something that I've never been into because they're so heavy and man, for nighttime, for going to sleep, if I like Bernie, if Trump bails out Bernie, I will vote for. Bails. I don't get what you're saying, David. Hey, Earl Snyder, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. People are saying Trump's a traitor. Well, Trump is not Trump doesn't mean to be a traitor. He's not set out to be a traitor. He's just by his own actions he is a traitor, and he's I can see that he's not intentionally trying to put a knife in the back of the United States of America. I understand that. He's just trying to help him. He's ingratiating himself, and sometimes in doing that, you break laws. You do some things that you probably shouldn't be doing. He thinks in his mind, well, if I get another 4 years elected, then I can keep helping the United States. But what he's really doing is he's helping himself. And in his mind, he needs to do whatever is possible to become elected again so that he can help, right? That's the justification. And that's a lot of other people's justification as well. I totally understand that. I do understand it. It's narcissism, man. And it's there's a lot of not seeing reality there. But as far as him being an intentionally trying to be a traitor, commit treason, no, I don't think he's got that level of supervillain evil in him. He's got some evil in him. Oh yeah. He's got some bad in him, definitely. But his brain doesn't work at that level to where he's like, I'm going to manipulate this country and I'm going to fucking do this and I'm going to do that. No, he wanted to erase he was vindictive about Barack Obama. And that's really what it was about. He wanted to erase everything that Barack Obama did. He wanted to delete Barack Obama's legacy. There was no doubt about it. And that and being a traitor to the country, that's two totally different things. It was all very self-motivated. I mean, certainly you guys can see that, right? I hope you guys can see that. Okay, let's stop talking about that. All right, is that good? Was that good enough? Can we move on now? Let's talk about these fucking edibles because I'm really excited about them. Okay? Next person to talk about politics and Trump, you're gonna get blocked from my live stream. Okay? So don't mention Trump. I'm gonna give you until 11:30. The first post that comes in at 11:30 that is anything about politics or Trump, I'm just gonna start blocking you. We're now talking about cannabis. Okay? You got it? Everybody? You're all with me? I hope you're listening. All right? You got 1 minute. You better stop talking about it. Okay? Now Karsten in Germany heard it. No more politics. No more fucking bullshit. Now this is important. It's way more important than talking about all that bullshit. So I found that taking these edibles helps me sleep at night. And if you smoke cannabis because it helps you sleep at night, that's good. But you should consider doing an edible to go to sleep at night instead of smoking, or smoke and do the edible. But you should consider adding the edible to the regimen, because let me explain to you what happens. You can smoke cannabis and the effects of cannabis last for about an hour. Okay? And then, it starts wearing off. Right? 2 hours, you're pretty sober. Now, how long do we sleep for? 6 to 8 hours, some of us 5 to 8 hours, 9 hours, some of us 10 hours. The effects of that cannabis is worn off. If you eat an edible, it stays in your body a lot longer. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm a little groggy, man. I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit hungover. Not a headache, but just kind of like a little out of it. I'm like, wow, man, you know what? I still feel that edible. So I go and I shave and I shower and I do all the things. I do my beard. I feed the dog, take him outside, do all the things I'm going to do, water the plants. And I've sobered up, and then I'm good. I'm back to normal. But through the night and until I wake up, I am still feeling the effects of that brownie that I had. Now let me tell you what the dosage was so you guys can do the same thing. Okay? Okay, here we go. Get yourself cannabis oil concentrate, THC oil. It's very easy to make. You can take some cannabis, put it in a glass jar. Okay, you can pour some alcohol in there. Okay, you can let it soak for a few hours. Warm alcohol is even better. Okay, and we're not going for taste. We're not going for flavor here. We're trying to get as much as we can. You can grind this up. You can do whatever you want. You can pour it through a coffee filter then, okay? And then you're just left with alcohol, and there's no flour in it whatsoever, and then you purge that off. You can set it in a dish like a saucer and just let it dry out. You put it in a glass Pyrex and let that alcohol purge off. You can go outside because it's flammable and it's alcohol, and you can put it on a griddle, but don't put it on an open flame griddle. Don't put it on a gas griddle or anything like that. Electric griddle. You want to be safe. You don't want to be standing right there next to it either, because there's electric and there's sparks and things. It's dangerous. Alcohol is a lower flammability than butane, but still dangerous. Purge off that alcohol. You're left with a film. When you scrape the film off with a razor blade, you get oil. You get this. You purge out all that alcohol and you're left with this. You are almost there. Okay? What's going on? Wait. What's up with this Keegan dude? Yeah. Keegan, I don't know who the fuck you are. But I'm really not here to find out why the fuck you said fuck you, Karsten. I'm not here for the fucking drama. But you're blocked. Alright, so anyhow, the dosage is so important. Now, what we did was we made a batch of brownies. We cut them into 8 doses. That's 8 brownies. We used a tablespoon of cannabis oil that was half mixed with coconut oil. That's what this is. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, this had coconut oil in it as well. Cannabis oil. But you want to pre-mix it with coconut oil. and it'll mix in really good. You won't. It will distribute perfectly. And it's just been, you know, it's been so much more than what I ever realized, you know, because I've never been interested in using edibles. I've always turned them down. It's because I was using them for the wrong thing. They are perfect for sleep. So, I would love for you guys to experiment with edibles if you are an insomniac or you have a problem sleeping at night. Or your bladder works like mine does and wants, you know, a little overactive. You should consider taking an edible before you go to bed at night. I can't believe it. It helps me with that, but it does. And, you know, it's a better night's sleep. If you're not waking up to go to the bathroom, it's a fucking better night's sleep. I wake up and I'm just like, oh, God, I slept so good. My body feels so relaxed, and I'm just, oh man, it's like a whole other level, and that I never knew I could achieve. I didn't know I could feel so rested, you know. So you can, if you know, brownies are full of sugar and chocolate, and
Not those ones.
those were sugar free.
Yeah.
Those were fucking sugar free brownies. They were delicious. They were fucking sugar free. I didn't even know that.
They're the Pillsbury.
I didn't know they were sugar free.
Yeah, the Pillsbury brownie mix.
That was it.
Yeah.
We're doing that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the store we go.
The cake mix is good too.
Okay, I'm down. So, yeah, Billy Sanford snacks along, but you snack along during the day, Billy. And could you tell us about that? Because you are an edibles expert, Billy. I want to hear from you. Tell us why you choose to use edibles during the day, and and what your dosages are, and what the reasons are, and you're not smoking, and why if you're not smoking. Tell us all of that. I want to hear from you. Billy Sanford, he snacks along. David Campione, Trendy Mafia, what makes his own mini edibles? Gummy bears. Sugar-free, even greater. I woke up with a sore throat drinking too much cold drink. But anyway, what I was going to say was, it doesn't have to be brownies if they are full of sugar and chocolate. You can mix this with any food or any drink, really. Especially when you use the coconut oil. The coconut oil is the trick. That is what distributes it. And, yeah. And you could barely even taste that there was a THC oil in there. This THC oil is just, you know, you cook out all the terps, you cook out all the flavor, so there should really be no coloring into what you're cooking with. Not a lot. I mean, there's going to be a little bit, but it won't taste like, that shit when you strain flour that people write books and say, oh, this is how you make edibles. Take flour. Oh, God, I fucking hate that. Take flour, put it in cheesecloth, and double boil it. You know, and then take that green garbage, strain it, and mix it with butter. And now you've got can of butter, and it's green, and it tastes like fucking chlorophyll, and anything that you bake with it will taste like fucking chlorophyll, and it tastes like ass, and I fucking hate it. Oh man, edibles have come so far. You know, the use of concentrates in edibles, tinctures, keef, straight THC oil, I'm telling you, man. so much more enjoyable. Three and a half grams, 3.25 grams. What, for a quarter? Listen, you get about a third, right? You get about a third, right? Probably, Bob. But, you know, I don't know. Listen, bro, take a pound, Bob, take a pound of cannabis flower and blast that into oil. Then you'll have your third of a pound of oil, and just, you know, when you need, you take when you need. Like I do it, like do like Nay does, Bob. I have bad lungs, so it's harsh on my lungs. So I have always tried edibles. I make low dose for the day, and then go So it's harsh on your lungs. I got you. Peanut butter, graham, and cocoa powder rolled into balls. Oil balls, peanut butter, graham, and cacao powder. Or is that supposed to say cocoa powder? I don't know. Stupid good. Cannabis vegetable meal now. 1 ounce cannabis leaves. 2 bags cotton, 2 bags broccoli. Cannabis vegetable meal. And big cooked Billy Sanford, yes. With mushrooms. Right on, Titus. No, Mark, you do not have to use 100% alcohol to make cannabis edibles. Don't type in all caps, though, bro. You can you don't need to use alcohol at all, man. You can make edibles with kief, right here, right? This was not made with alcohol. This is solventless. This is just like sand consistency. You can melt this down with butter or coconut oil. Exact same thing, man. It's concentrated cannabis. This, however, will have a flavor. That's the one thing to remember, guys. You're going to have to roast this to 275 degrees, okay? And if you don't want any of the flavor in it, do it for a while. Roast all the terps out of it, okay? But it will have a taste to it. Kief does have a taste to it. Soil and now worms are probably good. I think. Worms sound good. Hopefully those aren't larvae for whiteflies or some other kind of an insect that I'm not familiar with. Hopefully they're worms. They're soil worms. You put cannabis oil in your tea. Sleep all night. When I get up, I put it in my coffee. It seems to be helping. Larry Booth, how do you... Does the oil, straight cannabis oil, does it mix right into your drink, or do you need to somehow break it down? Because that's why I'm saying coconut oil before you put it in. But I guess, you know, you're mixing it in, it's hot. I guess you're doing a hot drink, so it mixes in with the hot drink. That would work. But, you know, a little bit of coconut oil goes a long way when you want to disperse that THC oil evenly through whatever your edible is. And you guys should really consider that. David C. Baker Jr., what's up, son? I don't know. If you guys aren't on Instagram, please follow Trendy As Dabbers on Instagram. And if you guys are not on Twitter, please get on Twitter and follow Trendy As Dabbers on Twitter. And retweet every single tweet that I put out there. And tweet them at other people that are big and important. Seems to be working. Seems to be working. What is today? Oh, it's a Saturday. That's a good thing. Today's Saturday. Okay. Saturday, midday. Yeah. I'm sleeping a lot later now, man. Staying up late and sleeping late. So. The morning shows are kind of gone. But I like it better like this. It's working. I gotta get this to Dino. That's Dino's hoodie. So that was the last nay face, man. Dino got the last nay face. No more nay faces left. Hopefully the order will come in sooner or later here. I ordered 100 of these. Oh, you put the coconut oil in and let it melt. And no hot coffee. I use coconut creamer and it tastes really, really good. Thanks, Larry. This is great, man. This is a great discussion to have because I know that people can really benefit. A lot of people can benefit from edibles. And I've never promoted them before because I've never really used them before. And now I'm using them and I think it's you know, I know it's a big deal and it can really help people. If you haven't looked into them, it is definitely worth looking into, and they are really easy to make. You just got your hoodie in the mail, Trina, send me a picture, front and back. Didn't mean for the no to be there, Larry. Okay, no worries, I find you, David. All right, I like when you're on late because I sleep late, and I was looking for David C. Baker Jr. on Twitter, and I couldn't find him. I don't know what his name is on there. All right, no law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Let's talk about global dimming for a second. Let's talk about Greta Thunberg. She started this movement, you know, kudos for starting the movement. Twitter. Oh, you're Titus? You're Titus? Dude. Didn't I block Titus for fucking telling Karsten to go fuck himself? Okay, I guess not. Good. Very good. Okay, good. So you're Titus. All right. I can't remember all these fucking names. All right. So anyhow, where was I here? I just forgot where I was going with my brain.
Do you have the rig heated up?
What's that?
Do you have the rig heated up?
Would you like to do a dab?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got the rig heated up. You notice. You notice. I blocked Keegan. Was that you? No, David. Karsten Mack is an awesome guy. Yeah, I don't know, but if you guys come in here and talk shit to my German friend, I will block you. I don't have a lot of German friends. So I'm trying to keep as many as I got. Cheers. The few that I have, I think I have 3. She said, hell yeah, she wants a dab. Teresa. You're welcome. All right, so where were we, man? We were talking about something specific. Had something to do with cannabis, I think. But it was a specific thing. Does anybody remember what we were talking about? God damn it. Zena says, nice dab, woman. Nice dab, woman. Oh, Greta? Was I talking about Greta Thunberg? Okay, Greta Thunberg. Who was that? Lisa Sandros. You get the next dab. Thank you for paying attention to me. Thank you for listening to me. Yes, I appreciate you. So, God, I really do. Thank you for listening. And look, and it helps so much. It's so helpful. We're going to talk about Greta here in a second, okay? This is an important conversation. This is an important conversation. All right. All of you who were paying attention that said Greta, this is for all of you that were for paying attention. Thank you so much. Cheers. Oh. So Greta's like this, 15, 16-year-old Swedish girl that started this movement because she found out that, she found out we were basically going extinct due to climate change. And she started protesting by sitting out of school with a sign. And she'd go out on the street, just stand by herself. And, of course, the media picked it up. And boom, it exploded into this gigantic worldwide movement. There's millions of people following her on Twitter. And there's millions of people that on Fridays are sitting out of school to protest climate. They're going into government buildings, and they're going outside. They're doing the whole protest deal. So I give Greta credit for being a young girl and starting this huge movement of people that are all becoming aware of what's going on with climate. But there is one giant problem with the movement. And I am personally tweeting to Greta when she puts things up. I'm putting things up there trying to get people to pay attention. It's like they got me totally blocked, man. Nobody ever comments or anything. I think Greta blocked me. I think I'm muted on her channel. But you guys can do this too, okay? It's very, very important. There is a video of Guy McPherson that I have tweeted, okay? I tweeted it to Greta. You can find it in my tweeters. You can find it in my tweets and on my Twitter feed. So if you go through, you'll find that tweet. It's a video of Guy McPherson. He's talking about global dimming, the global masking effect. He's talking about how the pollution that we create is protecting us from the sun. And if we stop industry, if we stop, even if we cut it back 30%, it's going to heat up the globe so fast we're all gonna die. We're gonna die so fast we wouldn't even know what hit us. And he understands this, but Greta doesn't understand it. And Greta chooses to ignore that one fact, and it is a fact. So what I'd like to do for y'all right now, and I think this is so important, is I'm gonna go on my Twitter feed, and I'm gonna see if I can find that Guy McPherson video, and I'm gonna play it for you guys, and I want you to listen to Guy McPherson. Okay? Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I don't see it on my feed, so I'm assuming that it's going to be as a response to Greta. So let me go to where it says tweets and replies. Okay, tweets and replies. I call Candace Owens canned ass. Don't block me, canned ass. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, it's called the McPherson Paradox. Okay? Now, in order to play this for you guys, and hopefully speed it up.
I want to speak briefly about a phenomenon called the McPherson paradox by a contact of mine on social media. The first portion of the paradox goes like this. Greenhouse gases produced by industrial activity are acting as a blanket to allow the Earth to heat up. The more industrial activity is carried out, the more industrial civilization persists, the more greenhouse gases are put into the atmosphere, and therefore the warmer the Earth becomes, which is why we're at about 1 3/4 degrees global average, 1 3/4 degrees Celsius above the global average baseline from the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, about 1750. However, if we turn off the switch or even significantly reduce industrial activity, so if we turn off industrial civilization or even reduce industrial activity, because of the absence of global dimming, or what is called the aerosol masking effect, that will cause a very abrupt rise in global average temperature. Reducing the industrial activity by as little as 35% causes up to a 1 degree Celsius global average temperature rise. That rate is profoundly important, as I pointed out in a video posted here August 7th, 2018. The rate of change is hugely important. So increasing global average temperature by 1 degree Celsius, or not even by that much, in as little as 6 weeks as a result of a reduction or cessation of industrial activity is therefore catastrophic for...
I'm going to stop it right there. We're at top of the hour. And we're gonna watch it again, and I want you guys to pay attention because I know it's going fast. But what he is saying is Greta Thunberg's ideas will result in catastrophe, and it's almost like a movie where you've seen this plot before, and people are trying to do something, and there's another group of people that's like, no, don't do that. If you do that, then this is going to happen. And they're either able to get there in time and stop it, or they're not able to get there in time, and sure enough, they shut down industry, the pollution goes away, the sun starts baking the planet, and like he said, 6 weeks, we're all dead. You know, this is just factual. And it's a great thing that Greta's doing. And I don't put her down for starting this movement and making people aware, but I do put her down for ignoring this very important message, this very important fact, this one stipulation that makes what she wants to do the wrong thing. Yeah, you want to save the planet? I'm all for it. Hey, if you can figure out how to save it, but shutting down industry and reducing CO2 levels isn't the way to do it right now. And you're going to fuck it up. You know? I'm going to do this dab for top of the hour, and I want you guys to listen to this one more time, okay? Cheers.
I want to speak briefly about a phenomenon called the McPherson paradox by a contact of mine on social media. The first portion of the paradox goes like this. Greenhouse gases produced by industrial activity are acting as a blanket to allow the Earth to heat up. The more industrial activity is carried out, the more industrial civilization persists, the more greenhouse gases are put into the atmosphere, and therefore the warmer the Earth becomes, which is why we're at about 1 3/4 degrees global average, 1 3/4 degrees Celsius above the global average baseline from the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, about 1750. However, if we turn off the switch or even significantly reduce industrial activity, so if we turn off industrial civilization or even reduce industrial activity, because of the absence of global dimming, or what is called the aerosol masking effect, that will cause a very abrupt rise in global average temperature. Reducing the industrial activity by as little as 35% causes up to a 1 degree Celsius global average temperature rise. That rate is profoundly important, as I pointed out in a video posted here August 7th, 2018. The rate of change is hugely important. So increasing global average temperature by 1 degree Celsius, or not even by that much, in as little as 6 weeks as a result of a reduction or cessation of industrial activity is therefore catastrophic for our species and for virtually all other species on planet Earth. So those people who are calling for and taking action in support of a reduction in industrial activity or the complete demise of industrial civilization don't have a clue what they're doing. And in support of a reduction in industrial activity or the complete demise of industrial civilization don't have a clue what they're doing on Earth. So those people who are calling for and taking action in support of a reduction in industrial activity or the complete demise of industrial civilization don't have a clue what they're doing. 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 Don't have a clue what they're doing.
This is the Professor Emeritus from Arizona University, expert in climate and our extinction. This guy is he's been studying this shit for 20 years. And he's an expert. Okay? He's not just some dude on the internet. He's a doctor and a professor.
They're trying to destroy all life on Earth. That's likely to happen according to recent work from the Referred Journal Literature, posted at guymcpherson.com with an essay called Extinction Foretold, Extinction Ignored. So that's likely to happen anyway, but if you want it to happen really faster, let's terminate industrial activity. You want to drive our species to extinction along with essentially all life on Earth as rapidly as possible. The way to do that is to profoundly reduce industrial activity.
I misunderstood the 6 weeks thing. I thought he said we'd be gone in 6 weeks. What he said was shutting down in as little as 6 weeks would be catastrophic. My bad. My bad for misinterpreting that. I heard it the second time. That's why I like to listen to things more than once, because I'll catch something like that.
So the McPherson paradox is industrial civilization is omnicidal activity that is driving us and myriad other species to extinction at the rate of some 200 species per day. The other side of the paradox is that if we turn off industrial civilization, the activities that are producing the omnicide, then, and here's the paradox, we warm up the planet even faster, we drive the planet to extinction, the species on the planet to extinction even faster. The omnicide accelerates by turning off the source of the omnicide. That's the paradox. At the edge of extinction, only love remains.
So please check out Guy McPherson, guys. Please. Oops. What did I do here? There we go. Yeah, please check out Guy McPherson. All right, and you guys want to help me out, go to Twitter and start retweeting on Twitter everything that I do over there. I appreciate y'all. No law regarding cannabis, guys. Bye-bye. Hope you guys had fun.